Today is August 19th, Monday, and we are at Wendy's house in Anchorage, Alaska, 3618 Knik Street. And there's her Subaru and her house. The racks on the Subaru are for both bicycles. Both of them have become marathon bicyclists. Wendy has won second place in novice women, and Jeff has won first place in men's cross-country bicycling. Now standing on the porch, looking out, you see the front yard. Once again, the Subaru's peeking out. Where are you, Pooter? And there's Pooter. You saw Pooter 2 years ago on an Alaska film. Pooter. This is the side entrance to the house. This is the backyard. I'm standing on the street. This may be a repeat. I don't know if it was on. This is the back of the house, and I'm standing on the street. It may have been on standby. We're now inside the house.
What?
This is the no. This is the main bathroom. This is a spare bedroom, which they will probably make into a den. And we're walking into the master bedroom, which they have graciously allowed us to use during this vacation. Later we'll take you downstairs to show you where they're camping. Coming out of the master bedroom, we approach the living room and dining area. As you can see, they removed the wall from the kitchen, giving this a much grander, spacious look. Both of them have exquisite taste. Now there's the backyard you saw just a moment ago. The famous clock will survive another generation. They're going to put it to the right of the fireplace, as it was on Moccasin Place. Front door, Beverly.
Straightening.
Straightening, that's her, straightening and shopping, her jobs. We're now in the kitchen, looking out into the living room. This stove is extraordinary. It's a computerized electric stove, which does all kinds of amazing things, which I will not put on the video today. Between the living room and the kitchen, there is a staircase going down. As David would say, under the house. We would call it a basement, cellar, or simply below the main floor. Here we go. The heating system, the hot water system. Close the door, and you have a carpeted, heated, beautiful room just below the living room. A spacious, perfectly adequate laundry room. The downstairs bathroom and shower, very, very large. If you turn around, you can see how much more space there is. Coming out, This is the downstairs guest room, which they are using, and they have allowed us to use their bedroom. Hard to say how you can use this space. Playroom, recreation room, apartment. Downstairs exit. The next films will be our trip. We're leaving for Kotzebue and Nome, Alaska. Kotzebue is an Eskimo village, which you will see later on film. And Nome is a city on the Bering Sea, northwest Alaska. Signing off for now. I'm back. I left out the office, which is actually the third upstairs bedroom. Picture is not complete. I guess now it is. When we were here in 1989, the eyepiece to this camera was missing, and I was unable to photograph Resolution Park, which is outside of Wendy's current office. When Captain Cook discovered the Hawaiian Islands, called Cook Islands at the time, he sailed from what is today called Honolulu straight north and founded Anchorage, Alaska for the Caucasians. This is a statue in Resolution Park of Captain James Cook. And if I swing around slowly, right into the sun, unfortunately, that's Wendy's office building. And as you remember from the last videotape, her windows face this magnificent inlet, Cook Inlet of the Alaska Gulf. I don't know if it's going to come out on tape, but far off in the distance you can see the snow-capped mountains of the Chugach Range. I'm in the shady area. You can get a better look now at Wendy's office building. 1029 West 3rd, Anchorage. We're waiting for Wendy to go and see the presenting arguments for the appeal of Joseph Hazelwood, the captain of the Exxon Valdez. Jeff and his office are handling the appeal. We'll be going there in a few minutes. While waiting for Wendy, we went next door to a charming little coffee shop. Outside the coffee shop is a small terrace where you can have your coffee. Beverly is inside at the moment. Here's another view of the Cook Inlet. In front of the coffee house, you get an excellent view of the office building. We are in the appellate court, the state of Alaska, for the opening statements in the appeal of Captain Hazelwood. That's Rick Feldman, I think, who is handling the appeal, and there's Jeff in the background. Rick has just presented the opening arguments supporting Captain Hazelwood's claim that he was granted immunity by reporting the spill, and the state is exploiting his own testimony, which was immune, in order to make a case against him. Well, guys, here we are back in downtown Anchorage. This is 4th Avenue, a major shopping street. We've just come out of the courthouse. Beverly is shopping. Well, we're back, guys. Cafe del Mundo. Except that today is a brilliant sunny day, and if you remember 2 years ago. There's the Hilton. And you can see that the flowers bloom. Forget-me-not, state flower of Alaska. We're going to have lunch downtown. Wendy is going to meet us here, and here we are sitting outside of a restaurant waiting for Wendy. The restaurant is Salmon and Seafood. I believe Jeff will be meeting us also. You want to say something, Beth? You look good. Say something. Enough? Okay, signing off. Sitting in a downtown restaurant with Wendy and Jeff. Thank you, you're beautiful.
Hills on the left-hand side there. They'll have a nice view of McKinley.
We are now in Kotzebue, an Eskimo village north of the Arctic Circle, facing Siberia on the Bering Strait. Kotzebue is K-O-T-Z-E-B-U-E. Quite different from New York. N-E-W-Y-O-R-K. This is Main Street.
Is their welcome dash. Welcome
This is our hotel. The Hotel Katsubu. It looks very simple, but it's perfectly adequate inside. And in front of the hotel, those are children behind me, Eskimo children.
Ciao, Howard.
Oh, Nick, it's me.
This is Front Street. It seems like everybody drives around in either four-wheel or three-wheel drive all-terrain vehicles. This is typical Katsubu. Exactly what it looks like every street. And the all-terrain vehicles. Sorry about that spin around. There goes Gimpy. We walked to the AC store, which is about a mile on gravel. It was pretty hard for her. Another view of Katsubu. This is the tundra north of the Arctic Circle, outside of Kotzebue, Alaska. Thousands of miles of this. Our tour guide is digging a hole to show the ice just below us, the permafrost, which never melts. There are caribou and muskox in this area. At the moment, there are none to photograph. More of the tundra. As you can see, the town of Kotzebue is not far away. That's the other tour bus going through. Smoking the salmon. In Kotzebue.
You can start anytime you're ready.
Inside of a fur teepee. This is a Kotzebue type igloo made out of sticks and mud. Behind it you can see the cache where food is kept off the ground away from smaller animals.
Pieces of this was for reindeer or windows for the sod houses. Here I have is a model cat. It's an ocean-going cat with a tablet. Here I have the platter, which is made out of the moose antler. Here I have a piece of baleen. It comes from the bowhead whale's mouth. The hair-like structures to strain the food. There's about 130 to 280 plates of baleen inside each jaw. Here's a model dog sled. You can make masks like this. The teeth and the white of the eye is ivory, and the black of the eye is baleen. The workers that worked here last year lost the other eye. And you can tell where it was cut from. Tara was working here like it's cool. Here I have the yo-yos. The handle is made out of ivory. The string is sinew. The bottom and top part of the ball is made out of moose-hide, and the fur is spotted seal. And how you work this is that you hold the shorter string, pull the longer string in one direction, and then toss the shorter string in the opposite. And the trick is the up and down motion of your wrist.
We use this as thread. The way we do, we just take off a strip, we start twirling it, or we braid it and we get into long strips. That's what we used to do so a long time ago. And then made slippers. The bottom is moose hide, decorated with beads.
Welcome to Nome. In 1888 or thereabouts, three Swedish seamen were blown ashore. They thought they were in very bad trouble, but to their amazement, they discovered gold just outside of this small town. For the next 7 years, they made $1 million a month, every month. 1 year later, Nome was a boom town. It exists today for only one purpose, and that is to mine gold. There are no other major industries here, and although the population is 40% Native American, the other 60% are still involved in gold. The beach, excuse me, the beach at Nome, very famous for driftwood, which comes down the Yukon River. There are no trees in this area. The stopover here is to hear Howard, the dog trainer.
That black and white one is from a different yard, folks. He's not related to these dogs. I would not breed him with mine. He is from the yard of Joe Reddington Sr., the father of the Iditarod, the man that dreamed this whole thing up. And he is a little different dog. I wish you... Right here. Yeah. Just these. Folks, the reason we do that is I can't watch everything and everybody all at the same time.
Panning for gold.
What we're doing is floating off like if anything floats out of here.
Actually, I got 2 nuggets.
Yes, you did.
They're worth about a nickel.
I think I'm done.
You're not going to see it. There are 2 little dots in there that are gold, but I thought I'd show it to you. What we're looking at in the Alaska Zoo is a beautiful day, lovely fences, and giant cages, but guess what? No animals. Well, we'll keep going. Maybe we'll find one. Well, we found one. Alaska brown bear.
Coming at you. Ooh, zoom in on the claws. Do you see those monster claws? Doesn't look like he's looking at us. Tearing apart your prey.
No, I don't mean that. I mean people making things and using it.
Oh, I think, the natives would use them as decorative. He probably was a bad bar.
Presenting Push Me and Pull You. They're not actually gorgeous, but interesting. And so are these three mammals interesting. Where are you? Where'd you go?
Just walking by naturally.
Okay, there she is. And where are you? There you are. The musk ox. Not really beautiful, to say the least. Here's where we are staying in Homer with Wendy and Jeff. It's Magic Valley Ranch. And when you look at this valley, you see that it is truly magic. And in fact, it is a ranch with beautiful horses. Carrie Reed is the hostess who owns this beautiful place. Her son rides in various state fairs, and she creates yarns out of all kinds of hair, horse, sheep, as you can see, even cat hairs. We drove down from Anchorage to Homer, about a 6-hour drive. Jeff had to work today, so he is flying in, and here we are in downtown Homer at the International Airport, as you can see. Wendy's inside checking on the schedule, and here's the terminal. So you thought it was a little dump, huh? Well, that should show you.
Oh, I will be. You will. And you know what's funny is I just took home.
Wendy and Jeff arranged a charter boat to take us out for an hour ride on the boat to a restaurant. We will have dinner and then come back on this boat later in the evening. We are at the dock now. That's Wendy in the distance. This is the Homer boatyard. While we're waiting for the boat to take us out to the restaurant. On the dock, waiting for our ship to come in. Leaving the harbor. Here's our restaurant. Why are you laughing, Beverly? You're supposed to talk. It says battery, it's over. This is Bear, the little pest, adorable but a pest. And this is Pooter, eating catnip, getting a little stoned, I think. Bear loves to bug Pooter.
Bear used to be scared when food would hiss, but not anymore.
Come on.
Yeah, Bear should have some lighten up.
I'm zooming in on Pooter. And now on Wendy's. Now I got you both. Where you
There's
going?
camera shy. Oh, he saw Mommy by the dock door and thought this is his way out.
Okay. That's Little Bear.